All right, well, this is Miss Garvey's third period class, and they've all read Gorilla Season, so they're working on their projects as well.
Great.
And they do have some questions that they wrote down ahead of time, so I guess we'll just kind of open it up and see what you guys want to ask back.
All right.
Why did you write the book coming from Matt's point of view when Jesse was the secret star of the book?
When Jesse was what?
The secret star of the book.
I can't hear what you're saying. I'm sorry.
The secret star of the book.
Ah, the secret star. I like that. That's a very good way of putting it. Yeah, I don't know like how I came up with that originally. As I was telling one of the classes, Gorilla Season came out of a short story that I wrote many years ago when I was in graduate school. So, and you know, somehow I had just come up with this idea. I was always fascinated with Jesse James, like from way, way long ago. When I was a kid, there was a TV show, like a half-hour drama. Like when I was a kid, Westerns were really big. There was like Rawhide, Sugarfoot, you know, and Jesse James was one of them, all these Maverick, all these different things about the Old West. And my brother and I was really interested in them. And I think that's where I originally started my interest in Jesse James. And yeah, for some reason, you know, I was just thinking, you know, like what would it be like, whenever you read anything about Jesse James, it's always from the point of view of, you know, Jesse. And I always like to take a different point of view, so that's why, you know, Gorilla Season is more of the southern point of view on the Civil War. My book on Pennsylvania coal country takes the point of view of the boy whose family owns the coal mine, not the people who work in the coal mine. So I always like to take that other point of view, and I guess I was just like imagining, well, what would it be like, you know, everybody's imagined what it would be like to be Jesse James. What would it be like to be Jesse James' friend? You know, so that's what's, you know, sort of got me started on that. And just, you know, to have Jesse in the background. Now, if you see the paperback just came out, the paperback of Gorilla Season just came out. I happen to have it right here. The thing I like about it, I wanted a different book jacket for the paperback, but they didn't. But they do have, what I like is down on the bottom, it has a line about Missouri, which I was happy with. It just says the Civil War comes home to Missouri. And but what I noticed, what they did on the back of the jacket, they said something about Jesse James right up front. His best friend, young Jesse James. So the publisher decided to kind of out Jesse and, you know, let people know straight up that Jesse was a character, which is fine. You know, I didn't really care one way or the other, but yeah, Jesse was the secret star. Good way to phrase it.
Somebody else?
In the dedications of the book, you wrote for Sam, who pushed me onward, and Scott, who pulled me from the slush. Are they the inspiration for Sam and Scott in the book?
Yes and no. Sam, the Scott character in the book, and I can't remember his name, it's terrible. I can't remember Scott's last name in the book, but whatever it is, there was a real Scott whatever, who was Jesse's friend of supposedly a childhood friend of Jesse. But there's very little information on that person that I could find. So I just kind of used the name, and Scott in the dedication is my agent. And now as for Sam in the dedication is his husband, and he was who I originally was naming the character Sam after, but Sam the character was originally named Sam Mallory. And that Mallory is my husband's middle name, so I was definitely naming the character after him. And then my husband didn't like the character, so he got like all, you know, weird about, well, I don't want the character to be named, after me because he's kind of a jerk. And I was like, well, yeah, but he becomes, he becomes a good person and, redeems himself and becomes a friend with Jesse. I don't care, I don't want to. So the way I got back at him was by changing his name to the name of my former boyfriend. His last name was Wright. So so I named him Sam Wright instead. And my former boyfriend and I are very good friends still. I mean, he lives in London. He's English and he lives in London. And so he read the book and he immediately noticed that, what'd you do that for? Why'd you make that character a combination of my and Sam's name? So I had to tell him the story too. But the other thing that might be interesting